Trace, if you look and listen to everything that was just laid out there about this guy who doesn't have a criminal record, who's 64 years old, he clearly had a planning ongoing for some time to have this much material ahead of this shooting.
And they're going back and they're looking at all the surveillance video from Mandalay Bay now, Brett, to find out how many times this guy came back and forth and how many suitcases. You mentioned 16 guns inside the hotel room in Mandalay Bay. The sheriff also said there was a handgun on top of that. What he didn't really understand or tell us was the number of AR-15 assault weapons that were in there. We have been told there were at least 2 and that they had been modified to become fully automatic weapons. The sheriff did talk about the calibers, 308 and the 223, meaning the guns were actually modified to shoot higher caliber weapons to do more damage, to go after and kill and maim more people down below. But as you say, when you're talking about this type of extensive planning, a man who spent 4 days inside this hotel room, brought numerous suitcases up, numerous weapons up, took hammers and knocked out the windows of this 2-bedroom suite. He was looking directly down on the venue, and not just from one angle, Brett, because it's a little deceiving. The windows are actually a different angle. One is a 45-degree angle facing down at crowd that was on this side. The other one's facing down directly. So he certainly did his homework to figure out how he could get the most damage out of these weapons. And then he built platforms on top of these windows so that he could actually fire down. They just said, which we learned for the first time, that he did fire on security guards as they came in, hitting one security guard in the leg. When police and SWAT teams came in, he fired on them. They pulled back. SWAT teams went in. By the time SWAT teams got inside, he had already killed himself. We should note the question was asked about motive, and someone brought it up saying, didn't he have a lot of gambling debt? Well, we have learned that in the past several weeks he has made some fairly large bets. We don't know if he won or lost those bets. His family says that he was an accountant at Lockheed Martin, did very well. The sheriff just laid out that he has homes in Mesquite. He has a home in Reno. He also has a home in Mesquite, Texas, and one in Florida, and his family says that he has done very well over the years. So was money a factor? Was gambling a factor? Because we, 18 hours after this shooting, Brett, still have no idea what his religious affiliation is or his political affiliation, but his family says he wasn't big into either of those.
Yeah,
Brett.
The brother, Trace, saying he was a multimillionaire real estate investor, heavy gambler. Again, no criminal record.